Good morning on this fine day, second day of June 2026. Welcome to my page, Daweed the Gardener, and this is my official garden tour for the month of June. If you watch my previous videos, I did a garden tour, first one ever, but that was for May. There's been a lot of changes, here in Zone 8, Georgia. We initially was going through what's called a drought. And then the past 2 weeks it's been raining almost every every day. I think the past 2 days we hadn't had rain, but before that, like every day for 2 weeks. So with that being said, a lot of things have taken off. I'm gonna start here with these rows of what you're looking at now. This is purple hub peas. Man, I probably had to replant these things 3 different times. From not right here, but you can see like the smaller ones because they wouldn't germinate and whatnot. Cause you can tell like those there, and there's some even smaller than that I had to replant. But thanks to the Most High, pretty much I have 98%, 99% germination. See that one came up, and all these are purple hub peas, recently germinated right here, very recently germinated, and all of this here, purple hub peas over here. You have okra, and this is jambalaya okra. I couldn't remember it last time why my camera was slant like that, but that's jambalaya okra there with some marigolds in between them, and amongst other things, you might see some basil. That's a sunflower coming up right here. There's a little hole there, so I just dropped the seed in there. Yep, right there. You can see it. That's like a little zinnia coming up, so forth. So this is a watermelon, as you can see. Now I have several watermelons going out here, but this one here is one that I want to save the seeds from. It's called Yamada Cream. So it's separate from all the other watermelons that we're going to see today. Separate far as it's planted away from them. Let's walk on over here. Now we're walking towards my potatoes. German butterball potatoes, I think the name. Now they look like they about to, be ready. They dying back, but they're not really. They dying back a little bit. But the reason why they leaning like this, because the way I got them, first of all, if you watch my first video, you'll know that I'm growing them in a cardboard box, right? And I have them situated in the back on the corner, if you see right here, of my house. And right here, man, sometimes not often, but the wind be coming in. So if you can see, let me get it another angle, how they're like pushed. That's from the wind coming in this direction and pushing them that way, and they just kind of stayed like that. But they still look good though. You got some roses there. You got gardenias. Gardenias started blooming sometime last month, probably like the second week in May or the first week in May. And they dying out. Now, what you're supposed to do with these particular types, these are man, my my mind slipped me. They're gardenias, and they call Jubilee, something with a J. Don't quote me on it. But these are the type that they bloom twice. But in order for them to bloom twice in a year, you have to deadhead them. And I think I only deadheaded them one time. But as you can see, it's so many now. I don't think I will be able to do that. Or I would take the time to do that. I have maybe two or three on the other side that aren't as prolific as many as this, and I'll probably deadhead those. Um, let's see. I think we did here though. That's my those my different mints there. We got apple mint, chocolate, orange. Um, let me see, apple, chocolate, orange, and I'm missing one. Hold on, orange, strawberry. There you go. I'm sorry, strawberry mint right there. All right, over here to Yahuwah's garden. This is pollinator's garden. Got all kind of stuff going on here. Hey, I know in the early video I said this. Always don't assume, and you should always like research stuff. What have you, right? So the reason why you see all these plants sitting over here, they just ain't over here for just for nothing. You got I think those are butterfly bushes, but those are the large ones. So they came real small, and I didn't want to put them in my garden and they get too big, what have you. Right here, you got some lemon balm. It is aggressive, so it's in a pot on the side outside the flower bed, and beside it, that purple that is bee balm. It's just right beside. It's in a different pot. It's like it's the same, but it's a different pot altogether. So that's there you go. Bee balm, and that's lemon balm. Uh, you got over there coral bells. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them, but there they go. Over there hiding in the cut is I can never pronounce this name, but y'all can see the video. It begin with a C. Coleus. I think I said it right. Coleus. So the one in the middle with the bloom, I purchased that, and that one there. Let me see if I can. This one here, I can insert, and I had a field day right there, and then that burgundy one on back there in the cut. I planted those too. Yep. Moving along. Okay. Right here, my I'm about to say zinnias. My dahlias are starting to bloom. So these are over here by the borders, the dahlias blooming. You got all kind of things, sunflowers in here, marigolds, zinnias in here. Remember last time I talked about the zinnias, man? Them zinnias took off, man. Look, the zinnias the last ones that I grew from seed, it was like 7 or 8 of them. They in here, man. They passed the rest of them, man. Look at them. That's one there. I don't know if you can tell just by looking. Look how tall it is, man. It ain't even been. I only think it's been a full month since I did this video. Maybe like 3 weeks. Took off. That's one. Just all the tall ones are the more recent ones that I put in here. Zinnias. Then you got another butterfly bush. Now this butterfly bush here, it's a so we can get it. It's a dwarf one. So it's in the container, but it's in the flower bed. And then you got all kind of miniature sunflowers and marigolds, and I got some Mexican sunflowers here that's about to, growing up. They get like almost like 6, 7 feet tall. The pollinators love them, and just all kind of stuff going on over here. You got I got my echinacea. If y'all remember my other video, I said I'm trying to start growing perennials, native flowers. So right here, you got an echinacea that I purchased this starting to bloom. But then you got some in here that I started from seed. Excuse me, like that one and that one. Those I started from seed. Okay. Right here, this is a spilling Sylvia. All the rain we had, it was on this what you call it, hook thing. But the ground got so saturated that I remember looking out the window and I seen it in slow motion, it just start falling all the way. So that's why the Sylvia is sitting down and not hanging on this. But eventually once the ground dries up and stuff, I'll hang it back. Man, it's time for me to do some harvesting too. That's why I want to go ahead and do this video, because where do y'all see my squash and zucchini? Now this is like 180 from last year, man. I couldn't get nothing going with squash and zucchini. But wait, what do y'all see now? My tomatoes are starting to put on some fruit. As you can see, I have 2 determinate Roma tomatoes, and I got 2 indeterminate um, paste tomatoes. One is that one I want to say is the Jersey Devil, saying it right, and then the one over here is the Amish paste. Now I repeat, I did not prune them. This is my first time growing indeterminate, and I have them on a trellis. The trellis is, I think it's like 7 feet tall, 7.5 feet. It go up there, so they got plenty of room to grow up. Keep in mind, these tomato cages, really the only type of tomatoes you can grow in cages like this is determinate. They're more I don't want to say compact, but they're kind of more like not as wild as vines grow, you know. And then we got all kind of calendula going ahead. We got a sunflower that done bloomed already. But this is all I want y'all to see right here, man. Look at this zucchini, man. Look, y'all ain't even ready, bro. Look at this. Look, okay, so let me do it back. Zucchini plant, you probably already seen it. Zucchini plant, I know y'all can see it right there. And that's a squash plant. I mean, both of them, bro. Look at this zucchini. I mean, look at my hand. If I can show it. It's bigger than my hand, y'all. I can't even get it in the frame. You see my hand? The leaf blocking it. That joke so big, I'm gonna have to go ahead and prune it. And then I guess the squash was like, don't forget about us. Man, look at the squash down here. Hold on. See a squash beetle too. Y'all see it? Buster. That squash there. Me and my camera skills. Then there's some underneath there too. My peppers, they've been trying to flower. I've been pulling them off because I want them to get taller before they start flowering. I don't want no miniature peppers around here. So I pull the flowers off when I see them coming. I'll probably do this for the next 3 weeks till they get to a height. I want to get to like at least, I don't know, 15 inches tall. Right now they're a little bit over 12. So about 2, 3 weeks, I let them start putting flowers on and whatnot, and fruiting and stuff like that. Let's see where we're gonna go. We'll go out here. We'll start over here. What I'm walking up on now is my blueberries. I lost a lot of blueberries this year. Back in March, we had what's called a false spring. And so this one here and this one, these two in the front, they are lemonade blueberries. And then the ones in the back are blue legacy. Man, these lemonade blueberry bushes was filled with blooms. And we had that we had a false spring. Then after we had a actual false spring, FALSE. Then we had a uh, frost, and the frost took them out, man, it took them on out of here. Over here we got all kind of stuff going on. We got more watermelon. We got you're looking at okra. We got some companion planting going on in there. Some marigolds. Got a basil down there. What's covered up here? This is striped beans. So over in the other garden, on the other side, that was purple hub peas. Both beans, I cover them up like this when I first plant them because I don't want the birds to eat the seedlings. To my understanding, the string beans, people call them snap beans, striped beans. When they get a certain height, like over 6 inches, I could take the protective barrier away. The birds won't mess with them. But far as the purple hub peas, I'm understanding that I have to maintain some type of protection until harvest because the birds will eat them. From what I'm my research. So yeah, right here is not beets. Maybe some beets in there, but this is Swiss chard going on in there, looking good, looking real good. And this is a humongous sunflower right here, y'all. You can't tell. I know you can't tell from this video, but let me just show you. Put my hand up here, and you can see how big this sunflower is. Now you see this leaf? That's my hand right here at the end. I mean, like 3 to 4 of my hands can get on this one leaf, bro. This leaf is humongous. This sunflower is not the mammoth. I have a mammoth out here. I forgot what this one is called. Magnolia. It can get up to 14. I read some comments said they had one 17 feet tall, but the description said it can get up to 14 feet tall. This one here, this sunflower, that is a mammoth. I know I planted a mammoth, and this one is like taller than that. A Mongolian, I think is what it's called. Over here we have more okra. Yes, I love okra. So the first okra we saw way over there was jambalaya okra, and then right here in this field or bed, excuse me, it's a different type. It's called Queen. I always forget that second name. Shame on me. And this one here is all kind of okra going on over here. Star of David, uh, Clemson, and it's another type that's Louisiana. type that the pods get really long, like 15 inches long. And there's also some watermelon up in here. As you can see, I'm big on companion planting, so there's some marigolds throughout here. You got some basil. Let's see. There's some basil in here. Yep. The basil is doing amazing right here. Look at that basil. And a marigold is, you can't tell it's in there, but there's a marigold right there. And I forget what type of sunflower this is. I think this is a lemon queen. I actually had it planted somewhere else and I uprooted it and moved it over here. I'm glad it's doing good because typically sunflowers don't like their roots disturbed. And when you're planting sunflowers, although I do both, I grow them from seed and transplant, but I also direct sow. But I'm being told that when you transplant sunflowers, it can sometimes stunt their growth versus direct sowing. So that mammoth over there, those two big old sunflowers, I direct sowed those. And if you see any of the miniature sunflowers, for the most part, I direct sowed those. But if you see any big ones, like I think I showed you 2 or 3 big ones, they were all transplanted, right? More and all that is okra right there. Now over here, my goodness, y'all, this bed here, a part of me just want to kind of let it go, but then I don't know. It's doing amazing. I thank the Most High for it. This is my second squash bed and zucchini. Same thing over here, just like over there. I need to harvest. Look at the squash in here. If y'all can see the leaf. I mean, man, that was a bee almost got me. And I think there's another gigantic, maybe a couple. Man, look of zucchinis. Look in here, y'all. Y'all see that zucchini? I mean, it's not doing it any justice. It's humongous, like something you'll see out the Flintstones. But then I also have winter squash going. So right here, y'all can see it. That is a honey nut squash. It's a part of the butternut squash family, not to be confused. This one here is more on the sweet side, kind of like sweet potatoes, right? And as a winter, it's more on a vine. And the fortunate thing for me, the winter squash that I grew, the honey nut, it was so many female flowers. I hardly saw any male flowers. But now I was like, well, how are they pollinating? So I read up, and the insects that pollinate the, let's say, the squash, right? They'll also pollinate the female flowers of the butternut squash. Now, if I choose to save those seeds, then yeah, it may be some cross pollination, but to eat those right here, and not save the seeds, I should be fine. So I got plenty of seeds of those. So I won't save these seeds. I'll just eat them. Over here is another winter squash. Man, I did not know this dumpling squash was gonna take over my bed like this, bro. I mean, I got a trellis for it. It don't want to go up the trellis. It just it's everywhere. It should have been in the bed by itself, but that's what this is on the corner. Let me see if I can get a bigger this whole corner, and let me show you what the squash look like. It's another sweet squash. Let me see if you can see some. There's so many of them coming in. Okay, so they looking white now. When they're ready, they're gonna have like some green, like green lines on it. It's called dumpling squash. It's so many. Man, it done reached my cucumbers. One thing I can say good, well, a lot of things I say good, but it looked like my cucumbers learned from last year. These are different plants. They learned from last year and they're trying to, on their own, I help them out a little bit, but go up the trellis. Because last year, that was the hardest thing to get these things up the trellis. They want to grow every which way but up the trellis. But I got, so right here is, I forget the name of these. I think they call American. These cucumber seeds came from the Dollar Tree. And then this one over here, I ordered offline from Baker's Creek. It's like a pickling one. And I know y'all see that barrage. It just done took over. Man, it's getting a little out of control, but I'm managing it right now. But it just really took over right there. It's a deal. Pain playing at its best. Now, if you see my other video, garden video, I had one corn stalk in this bed over here. I'm telling you how the rain we got. It was one corn now. That was it. Bare. Look. Go back and look at my other garden video. There was no corn. This was the only one that was here. When I first dropped these seeds, this was the only one that germinated out of like 24 seeds. And actually, these here, I started indoors, believe it or not. I sure did. And I mean, germinate quick, everything. Come out here, transplant, boom. And you see the little cups. That's my that's my interpretation of healing. So I had the cups there, put the dirt in the cups, and the idea was to do the three sisters, but in my case, I'm gonna do two sisters, and I was gonna plant my pole beans in the twist where the cup at, so it could go directly into the hole, where the fabric, weed fabric, barrier fabric is. But I decided not to do the pole beans because I read up on them, and now I had to fight the birds to keep them from eating the pole beans and all that, something like, and they may even choke out my corn. So, and I got all kind of other beans going. I got beans going, peas going, and I'm gonna try my luck at is it snow peas or some other kind of peas, but they grow better like in the fall and spring. So I'm gonna try them in the fall. Um, so next we going. That's a plum tree over there, right there. I bought that from Home Depot. Ooh, 3 years ago, maybe three, about 3 years ago. This plum tree here, I can't remember where I bought it from, but it was bare root, and I bought it only like last year. It's only been planted since last fall. Yeah, last fall, that one. Um, man, this right here, so many flowers on it, so many blooms. So this here is, name slip me once again, but I know it's in the melon family. It's like a cantaloupe, but it's not the typical ones you buy in the store. It's like another kind. I have to look it up. It came from Baker's Creek. It has a French name, and the description said it tastes like a pineapple taste. So, I mean, it's been growing wild over here. I think it's been pollinated too with so many flowers on it. So yeah, we just let it do what it do. Right here, my sweet potatoes. They doing. Yep, they growing beautifully. Also with some back there too, sweet potatoes as well. All right. So yes, this pretty much ends the garden tour for June 2026. If you like this video, comment, share, join the group, join the page, and I'll see you in the next video. Salute.